Have you ever wondered why a glass of water, once shattered or broken, never puts itself back together? Why a garden, no matter how well maintained it may be, slowly grows wild again? You clean your house, it goes back dirty. More especially if neglected long, it begins to decline. Every system, everything that you actually see goes back to disorder. In physics, there is a very important word that I want us to speak about. It's a concept, and it is known as entropy. Entropy is the natural law that says, left alone, everything moves toward disorder. And I mean everything. If you don't comb your hair, if you don't brush your teeth, everything becomes messy. Things break down. Systems weaken. Order becomes chaos. And the truth is, you do not need to study science in order to understand entropy. You have seen it in everyday life. You have seen it in struggling families, in forgotten communities, in young people who slowly lose hope because no one stepped in early enough. Once again, left alone, pain grows, poverty deepens, and dreams disappear. And that's entropy. A few years ago, I met a young girl in a rural area of a place here in Malawi known as Mangochi. She was extremely bright, full of life, full of potential, but she had a severe vision problem. She could no longer do school, no longer study properly. She started sitting quietly at the back. Her grades dropped. Eventually, she stopped going to school. Not because she lacked intelligence, not because she lacked ambition, but because life had slowly begun pulling her backward. At the back of your mind, still keep that word entropy, the law that says everything once left long enough goes into disorder. And that is how disorder works. Quietly, gradually, until people begin believing their situation can never change. However, I have good news to share with you. One day, someone intervened. Care was provided, treatment was arranged, people stepped in, not just stepping in, but with compassion. Months later, that same girl returned to school. And what moved me most was not simply that she could see again. What moved me most was the smile that said, I have another chance. That smile moved me. And the entire world may follow the laws of entropy, but compassion follows a higher law. A law that reminds us there is no one too rich to receive and no one too poor to give.